Right guys, I'm back out again for another wild camp. This time I'm at the Lake District at Loweswater, and I'm on the northeast ridge of Burnbank Fell. I'm not exactly on the top, I've had to drop down because it's a little bit windy. I'm on a little grassy knoll and I'm just high enough up just to get the views. Lovely place for bivy camp, it's lovely and flat. Over there you've got some views of the Irish Sea, the Solway and Scotland. Down there you've got Loweswater. In the distance you've got Crummock water. And some beautiful views of the Lake District. You're probably noticing the style of filming's a little bit different. A bit more wide angle. Well, there's a reason for that. My camcorder's broken. That's my main recording device. You know, I've had it for about 7-8 years now. I've made over 100 videos on YouTube, and that's not including the ones I do, you know, for my family and that sort of thing. But it's just stopped working all of a sudden, so I'm having to film everything on the GoPro. It's a little bit different. That usually I use that for me point of view, you know, fill-in shots, time lapses, that sort of thing. The audio isn't going to be too good. There's going to be a lot of wind noise, so you have to forgive me for that. But I have brought another camera as well, which I don't usually do. I've brought my wife's DSLR, and I've got a wide angle Samyang 14mm landscape lens for time lapses. So, you know, I will be able to produce a video. As you can see, I'm quite minimal today. I've got my Van Gogh Venom 300 3-season sleeping bag, my Crivet air mattress, Hunker Bivy, the small version. I've got a ground top and I've got a camping pillow. That's about as minimal as you want to get in the hills. I've got the silt top one, so I've got a shelter, but it's not gonna rain. It's not forecast anyway, and if it does, I'll worry about it then. I'm just going to bivvy under the stars. That's where it's at. Let's have a look at them views, guys. Got a lovely flat area here. It's like a little hollow depression. Excellent little spot. You feel like you're not going to roll out. You've got to be careful. Days like this, it is a little bit windy and it's quite easy for things to blow away, and it's a long run down the hill to get things back. I've had this Crivet mat for about a year now, but I've only used it about 4 or 5 times. I like it. It's better than me, it's more comfortable than my Thermarest Pro Light. It's a hell of a lot cheaper. The only thing is, it's a bit of a slaver to blow up and deflate. Got the Hunker small. You can see how compact it is. I only wish I'd get in the large. Not because I'm a big person, the reason being I could get my roll mat in as well, because there's always a risk that it'll blow away, you know, especially when you have an exposed areas like here. Last but not least, my camping pillow. Nice and compact. A little bit different, you know, to a conventional pillow. It kind of just wraps around your neck. So there you go, guys. Nice and simple. Got my backpack on there in case anything blows away, because it usually does when it's windy. And there's a reason why I come bivvying. There's just no way you get a tent in here. It's all about the views. Look at that. This is where it's at. Get out and do a bit of wild camping, you know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. Sun's nearly gone behind the mountain. It'll be dark in a couple of hours. Plenty of time to do 1 or 2 things and that, but I haven't got my torch and I don't want to be waiting until it is starting to get dark before I eat, so I'll show you what I've brought. Everything I brought today, it's just for convenience. A lot of it's dehydrated, just add water. Got pepperami. You could even add that to the mug shots, or even the noodles. I've got some sardines. They can just be added to the noodles. I've got a main meal, beef stew and some packet mash. Not fancy. I can't be bothered to faff home when I'm in the hills. I just want to be able to heat stuff up and eat. I'm not wanting to cook barbecues or nothing like that. It's too windy. You've seen me cook it loads of times, I'll show you it again. It's the two pots that nest inside each other. I've got the cup goes in, the two lids. And everything fits inside me in the side pockets of my Caramore Sabre 35 litre pack. And I've brought me wax burners, which just, you know, sits under there, under the tripod. But I'm trying meths as well. Gas or petrol stove is much better for in the hills. You know, you've got a lot more heat, a lot more power as well, but it's a bit more bulk, so I try to get away with using meths in the wax burners, but usually it's a bit windy, so that's why I bring food that's just easy to warm through, or just add water, add the boiling water to rehydrate. It's a lot more easier than, you know, having barbecues and, you know, frying steak and stuff like that. Although it's nice if you want to carry the extra cooking utensils, you know, all the extra gear and that and the weight, it's entirely up to you, you know, but I like to go minimal, you know. I find that it's a much more enjoyable experience in the hills when you get to the top of the hill and you're not knackered. And I think I'm just going to have beef stew and some packet mash. So I'm going to boil some water, dissolve the mash in, and then warm the beef up. And that's a nice, quick and easy meal. I'm not trying to win a cookery contest. And everything heats up a lot quicker when you put the lid on it. It's a bit blowy, but I think it'll sharp heat that water up. And I'm just going to lie here and chill out, admire the views, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? This is why we come wild camping. Enjoy beautiful views like this. There's not many times of the year when you can get out and do a bivy camp. You know, it's the end of May now. It's still a little bit chilly on a night time. Temperatures tonight's due to go down to about 4 degrees Celsius, so my 3-season bag should cope with that. We'll get this bad boy slapped in there. That's like blooming jelly. It's a little bit tricky filming with the one camera. You've got to get it right. It's not like with the two cameras I can have the multi-camera, you know, and if one's not in the right position, you know, I can switch between the other one, and you know, you've got more options, but it either turns out good or it turns out shite, you know. It's, you know, the worst thing that can happen is you'll unsub. And there's still a little bit of life in that wax burner to warm it through. Not that I'm bothered, I'm not hungry, I'll eat it cold. What I like about these wax burners, they're not that fierce. You cook on gas, or you cook on them, you know, the petrol stoves, and unless you keep turning, everything's burnt on the bottom. So I kind of like this setup. You know, I've probably told these loads in the past. The only problem I have with it is the soot. You know, you get a lot of burnt, you know, I don't know what it is, but it's just loads of mank comes off the buddy burners. And if you're drinking from the cup, if you're boiling water, you know, you can get like, well, it must be poisonous. It can't be good for you. Paraffin wax. But it's fine if you're going to, you know, boil water and then transfer it to, say, another vessel. You see, I haven't got much water for cooking. Well, I've got quite a bit of water, but I haven't got enough water for doing dishes, so a good thing is having the extra, you know, the extra pot, another cup, and the lids. It's just more options. I mean, I am quite near a water source, but it's a long way down. It's about 200 metres, you know, decline, and then I've got to come all the way back up, and I just can't be bothered. I'm just so tired. I'm getting old. So, I mean, the good thing is having the extra pots means you don't have to clean up. So I'll tuck into that, guys, and I'll admire the views. Not bad. Loweswater's quite interesting. It's the only lake where the water doesn't flow in. It flows out towards the centre of the Lake District into Crummock water, and then eventually goes to the sea at Workington. This place is so underrated. The amount of times I've passed by on my way to other places thinking, nah, it's on the edge of the Lake District, it's just a small lake. It does look very exciting, but when you get here, you start exploring. It's got everything. You've got, you know, walks which cater for everybody. You've got walks around the lake, low level. You've got like shoreline. You've got ancient woodland. You've got the valleys. You've got the fell side. You've got moorland. You've got fields. You know, in such a small area. And if you want to be a bit more adventurous, you can kind of like come up a couple hundred metres. Not that high. I'm not that high up actually. And you've got some fantastic views looking over there towards the Solway. You've got Scotland, you've got the Irish Sea. You can see for miles on a day like this. I'm absolutely freezing. It's a wind chill. It's the forecast for this. I think I'm about 300 metres up in the hills, and I think the temperature is about 4 degrees. But with that wind chill, I would probably say it feels like it's below freezing. I just need to find out if when this thing's gonna run out. Got another 30 pictures to go. I'm not gonna waffle, guys. I'm just gonna switch off because I am basically cold and it's not fun anymore. Once that sun goes down, that wind's not even dropped. It's supposed to, but that wind chill, it is freezing. My core temperature will be dropping as well, so I need to get warmed up because you can still get hypothermia even in the summertime. My lips feel as if they're like, I can hardly move my lips. Oh no. Right, I'm gonna stop waffling, I'm gonna switch off. I'll switch on if I've got anything interesting to say. If not, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Hopefully I'll still be alive, I haven't getting hypothermia or anything. Burnbank Fell, Loweswater. You'd have to do a bit of wild camping. Makes sense. We'll see you all on the next one.